Hey guys, this is David, and today I'm going to be opening up a action figure from the Halo Spartan collection of action figures by Jazwares. Specifically, this is going to be the Spartan Venator armor permutation. I'm not sure if this is the one from Halo 4 or the one from Halo Infinite. I presume it's most likely the one from Halo 4, but I can't see very well, and I'm just not that sure. So let's see here. We've got the Spartan Venator, who is part of Series 6, along with the Halo 4 Master Chief, Spartan Carter, and Linda 058 of the Spartan 2s, which are, Carter's obviously from Halo Reach, so we're not going straight from Halo 4. I was not able to get a Carter when I ordered these off of GameStop. I'm still looking for that, so hopefully one will turn up soon so that I can complete my Jazwares Halo Reach version of the Spartans. But let's pull out, here's the cool empty packaging here from the Spartan Venator. So we can see what the Spartan Venator looks like here outside of the package. The first thing that caught my eye and will likely catch yours is the fact that they have this sparkly, almost like metallic visor. We haven't had any vac metalized figures in a long time. They don't use C-3PO like that anymore. These Silverhawks figures that are going to be coming from Super 7 don't use this type of metalization, but we are getting it on these visors, and I'm excited about that. Cat's visor did not have that by default in the first set of these Jazwares figures, so I don't know if Noble Squad as a whole is going to have these. Alright, so let's see here. The Venator has a whole bunch of alternate hands and also includes 2 guns from Halo 4. Let me get these alternate hands out here before I spill them. Everyone can't find them because, you know, I am largely blind. What I like about this is that there's no useless twisty ties or anything like that here. I'm able to pull this figure out of the packaging. You'll notice that none of the limbs broke off or anything, as we might have seen if this was a McFarlane Halo figure. But now that I've got it out of the package, we can see, and I can definitely see how cool and metallic that visor looks on the Venator armor. Venator is, of course, Latin for hunter. I like this particular angular visor type. It reminds me a little bit of Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe and his, I think, 1985 costume. It's Snake Eyes version 2, but that's always been one that I liked a lot. This particular figure, because of the darker colors on the armor, you don't notice necessarily that there's not a ton of weathering on the armor. I know that was a complaint with the early series, was that the bright colors looked, kind of shitty without having some sort of weathering on them to make it look like this was not brand new off the lot armor. But we get these 2 guns. Here's the scatter shot, which is the Promethean shotgun of a sort. I pop this into his hand. If this doesn't fit perfectly into his hand, I'm sure it fits perfectly into one of his other hands. Oh, that does not fit perfectly into his hand. His joints are definitely a little bit looser than, what I might prefer. So that quality control does not feel great, but I like the look of this figure. Here's the bolt shot. Also the Promethean, it's sort of the Promethean energy pistol. Is this going to fit into these default hands easily? Oh, bolt shot actually does fit well into these default hands. So let's see here. I can move. He's got the hinged shoulder, he's got the ball jointed hinged shoulders, which work cool. He's got these swivel hinge wrists. His hips are on a ball joint and work well. His upper torso has a very, 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 very limited amount of articulation, so you can't really move that much, but you can move his head somewhat. It's a little bit stiff. It doesn't move all that much, but at least he can look around a little bit. He's got a whole ton of hands, including these pointing and gesturing hands. So I'm sure he's going to be able to hold that scatter shot just fine. And in fact, I'll take some pictures outside so you can see what it looks like when he has the proper hands holding his weapons and he's been posed. But overall, I like the look of this. Spartan Venator figure from Jazwares. I'm not crazy about how floppy some of the joints are. The plastic quality doesn't feel so great, but the paint looks a little bit better because of the dark colors, and there's definitely more deco on here than we saw on some of the earliest figures. I think it looks okay. I love the vac metallized visor on him. I still need to find a Carter, and I'm looking forward to doing so. The guns don't have any paint on them at all that I can see, which is a real shame. Or is there some paint on this? Well, I'll have to examine it a little bit further. I did not think that there was any paint on these guns, but the more I look at this, the more I think maybe there could be. And if there is, props to them for that. There's definitely at least a little bit on this scatter shot because I see something, but I don't see it on the bolt shot at all. The bolt shot appears to be totally unpainted. I don't love that. Overall, though, I think this is an okay figure. I'm glad that there are still some Halo figures being produced, even if these are hard to find. I was able to get this off of the GameStop website for $19.99 on sale, which is way better than $24.99, which these figures are not worth. I wish I could turn his head a little bit to the side so that he could look over there at what he's shooting. I guess he kind of can. Let me add some more photos with this, but overall, like, I think these are an okay, like, BB minus like level of figure. I'm glad I was able to get these on sale from GameStop. And I think that's all I've got to say about the Spartan Venator from Jazwares. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.